How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Sam G, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Sony 18-105 G Master Series lens. So this lens I decided to try out for the weekend because I was going to Yosemite and I wanted one lens just so I can hike around and not worry about having a bunch of lenses that did just about everything. And I'll be honest, this lens is my new favorite lens of all time. Granted, I've only used a handful of lenses, but this one I fell in love with over the weekend, and I'm going to tell you why. So since this is for APS-C lenses, the 18-105 is, I think, in the crop factor about 28-160, so that is a very, very good range just for one lens. If you do use this on a Sony lens and you don't use a bunch of adapters or something with clear image zoom, you can actually get up to twice that. So essentially this is an 18 to 230 millimeter lens, and that was huge for the weekend. So first off, I'm just gonna say the lens is a little heavy. It's not the heaviest lens I've ever had, but it is heavy, and at least in relation to the Sony a6300, it is basically bigger than the whole camera itself and makes it a bit top heavy. So I brought my little bendy tripod for the weekend just so I had a little tripod to do some, a couple pictures with me and my girlfriend, and it was a bit difficult because it made the tripod bend top heavy a lot. So that is something to think about with this lens. I did really enjoy the weight of this lens because it made actual taking pictures and videos handheld a lot easier because it gave it a little bit of weight and it helped keep my hand steady while I was going through. And it does have optical steady shot, which if you don't have an a6500 or higher or a camera that has some in-body camera stabilization, you'll understand what I'm talking about. With using other lenses, handheld shots are almost impossible unless it's just a tripod type shot because it just gets so much camera shake. I was blown away with how stable these shots were with the Sony a6300. When you get this lens, it does come with a basic hood, classic, just gets the job done. But I didn't really notice much of a difference when I was using it, and I will be real, it does have a hard time kind of clicking at the beginning on here, but once you get it going, it gets the job done. I still struggle with getting it on, so maybe just keep it on for appearance's sake. One thing that was nice, but I actually didn't use as much, was the power zoom. The power zoom is really nice because it gives you that camcorder feel for video, for zooming shots. It's really good to make it stable, but it goes very slowly, so it's good for slow transitions. But if you're trying to go something real quick, I was doing a lot of wildlife photography and videography, and because it was going so slow, I had to just use this, the actual focus ring and zoom ring. So it was a lot easier for me to do it like that. But it's really nice that they have this option for doing certain shots for cinematic stuff. The glass is super nice, and the best part about this lens, which I really am stoked about, is when you are zooming, it doesn't change the length of it at all, and it doesn't change the weight either because it's all internal. So when I put this on a stabilizer, once I finally got it all stable, I could zoom in and change the shot however I want without worrying about a weight difference, and that is really, really important. So this lens does only go to f4, so it is not very good in low light. So basically you'll see all the photos and stuff above as I'm talking, but during the low light situations, you did detect a lot of gray, me personally. And it's fine, it's great. This is a perfect lens for just going out for the day, but once it does get dark, I did start to see some grain and some stuff be out of focus. It was amazing for photos. I was actually shocked by how clear some of the photos were. I was expecting this to be kind of similar to the kit lens, just maybe an upgraded version of it, but I see a huge difference when I'm using this lens over the kit lens, just in terms of stabilization, image quality, and just in general, just things that are in focus are a lot clear with this lens than kit lens like the 16 to 50 millimeter, which I'm going to do a video on that very shortly. Also, something I did notice about this lens is that it does have a warmer tone. So if you're someone that likes cooler tones, this is something to think about. You might want to shoot super flat if you're using something like that, because I shot everything just no picture profile, just regular. I didn't really want to deal with it. That's lazy, I know, but that's what I did. And I did detect a warmer tone, and I do personally like warmer tones. So I personally love that feature, but it might be something to think about if you're interested in this lens. So for macro type shots, it's okay. It's not the best lens. I tried zooming in a lot on this Caterpillar and it didn't really work too well. It just kind of was a little fuzzy. It did get it eventually, but it was not as smooth as the rest of the shooting, so that is something to think about as well. This is not maybe a macro lens as you can imagine, but it did struggle arguably more than the kit lens does. The bokeh on this lens was actually really solid. The more that I zoomed in, the better the bokeh got. So as you would assume, usually telephoto type lenses like at 85 millimeter, 135 millimeter prime lenses, they have fantastic bokehs. So this, the more you zoomed in, the better the bokeh was. So I really like that feature as well. Before I started using this lens, I did hear that it drains battery, but I did not notice any difference with my battery other than the fact that Sony mirrorless batteries are terrible. I did not notice a faster difference of the drainage of the battery, so I don't think you have to worry about that with this lens. I love this lens, honestly. It's so fantastic. It's the best lens to take for casual travel photography, videography. If you're not trying to be too serious about it, and even if you are, it's great too, but if you're just trying to like go out on a weekend trip and you want to just take one lens and not worry about anything else, I would recommend this is the perfect lens for that. I wouldn't have wanted a different lens for the whole adventure. So yeah, that's pretty much just the overall review of this lens. I personally love it. I would highly recommend it because the price range is not that bad for what this lens gives you. It's around $500. I know if you want to get primes, they're around the same price. If you want to get different lenses, they're a little bit more expensive than this. So if you're looking for your first lens for a step up, or if you're going on a vacation and you want to just grab one lens, I would recommend this lens. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for some more reviews, some more camera tutorials, more vlogs, more skateboarding, more travel videos. Who knows, whatever my weird brain comes up with, I'm gonna make videos for it, and I'm going to be making a lot more videos for my channel more consistently. Just been doing a bunch of other projects for other people. So I did finish a music video for my buddy Billy Wilson. You gotta go check that out if you wanna see it. The link will be right here and also in the description below. And that was a crazy process. I'll have a whole story about that for another video, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video and hope this helped you out. Have a good day, everybody.
Letter is addressed to the one I haven't met. Here's to hoping that we'll intersect soon. And even better yet, as I did hope to express, is for going that still introspect you.